What's up guys, and welcome back to another Steam Gameplays video. Today we're going to be looking at Forza Motorsport 6. I bought the Ultimate Edition, so I'm going to be looking at leagues and multiplayer over the next few weeks. Hopefully get quite a few gameplay videos up for you guys who haven't pre-ordered it or got the Ultimate Edition and waiting for it to come out in the UK on the 18th. It's out in America tomorrow, so I thought I'd get this video up quick. Just to give you a bit of a league overhaul. Basically, we're going to look at leagues today. Now, you're seeing a race at the moment from me on the Daytona Speedway, the Grand Prix circuit, or the inner circuit. I don't know entirely what it's called, but basically the way the league system works in Forza 6 is that you have to start in a D class. Another class opens up on Monday the 14th, but you have to start in a D class. It's like an initiation series in the leagues, and you basically start at grassroots, which is what I started at, and you progress through different leagues through that. And basically it's to make sure that you're playing with players with the same sort of skill set as you. And unfortunately, one thing I don't like about this league, as you can probably see, is that the collisions are actually off on this class, which is fine because I understand it's an introductory league, and you know, all different skill sets of players will be playing it together because it's the only league that's available obviously until the 14th. And then another league opens up which has got collisions on. And basically what I would suggest is just don't go for the win, really. If you're an aggressive driver and you want to win all the time, sometimes you might bash into another car, try and get people out of the way and stuff. You may be a bit of a rough driver, a bit of a DTM kind of driver, but other people might not be like that you're playing with, so it could affect your ranking as a racer. But then you'll be skill setted with people who race the same as you. So if you are going to smash people into the walls, then you'll race with people who smash people into walls. So I would say as soon as this league goes live on Monday, you really do need to be careful, because if you're feeling a bit of a wrecking mood, it will affect you in the long run, and you will end up playing with players who play the same sort of way, and that means you probably getting taken out on every corner. Personally, it doesn't really matter on the initiation leagues because there's invisible cars pretty much. You can't collide with anything unless it's your own fault. But one thing I would say about this league at the moment, the initiation league, is absolutely pinnacle, because you really do have to look at the cars that people are using. It's all about skill with the car and the ability that you've got. You can choose any D-class car, you can get an E-class and do it up to a D-class, whatever. What I would suggest you do is get the Renault Clio. Pretty standard one. 93 one's better than what I'm driving here. This is a 2003 Renault Clio. I'm talking about the skinnier bodies one, the 1993 one. That's pretty standard. Quite a few people use that. Also the MX-5 that you get free with the game is also pretty good for it as well. It's a good all-rounder, but there are some cars out there that really, there's a couple of Toyotas you want to keep your eyes out open for. There's a couple of Renaults as well. Apart from the Clio, there's another one. It's kind of a classic kind of car, but it's really good with the handling on the corners. So another one to keep your eye out. A Datsun as well is another one to watch for. I'll do another video on my suggestions for the best D-class car for league racing and different tracks. Obviously some have got better cornering than others, some have got better top speed, so it really does depend on the track what car you use. Now I would suggest heavily doing your career first, just to get you some spinners up, just to get you some money, to get you some credits, because you're going to need it. You're going to need to buy a lot of cars you're probably not going to need in the future, but you need to buy the cars to try them. You need to tune them. You need to put the effort in with them. If you want to do well in these leagues, then you're going to have to put the effort in. The leagues are time based, so basically the initiation league is UK time 6 PM till 6 AM, which is not a big deal for a lot of people, as people don't usually finish work till about 5 anyway, and people who are at school or high school or whatever get home about 5 or half 4 anyway, so 6 o'clock's pretty good time for a league to start, and that's valid until 6 in the morning. Then it goes red light, which means not available until 6 o'clock the next day. But there are some leagues that start at 10 or 11 o'clock at night and finish at 4 in the morning. I think that might be aimed more of an American audience, which is a bit of a shame, but the one that starts tomorrow on the 14th is actually the one that starts at 11 o'clock at night and finishes at 4 in the morning. So it's only a 5-hour window or 6-hour window. 5 hours. My maths is terrible. I apologise. So yeah, it really does depend on what you want to get out of it, to be honest. There's got the normal multiplayer hoppers, but you can only race A and S class that I can see at the moment. There's no like X class racing or anything like that. Again, you might have to progress yourself to be able to race in those leagues. I'm not entirely sure about that, but I do know that different leagues will open up one-off events will happen. You'll be invited to if you progress through the leagues quite well. If you get to play in the bigger leagues, you get to unlock different cars and you get to race with better drivers. And yeah, it looks like it's going to be pretty good. But like with any game, it's grassroots. You start at the beginning and you have to kind of grind and get used to the tracks. Really, I would suggest testing tracks. They only use 5 tracks on the D-Class one, but they're all random tracks. You can pick them at random, just like on Forza 5. But yeah, it's a good way to start off with the leagues. I'm really quite impressed with it. It's a bit disappointing the collisions are off, like I said, but we'll see where it goes. You really have to be on it because some of these guys are ridiculously fast, and to compete with them, to come third in one of these races with 24 people online is a hell of an achievement. To win the races, well, yeah, it's not impossible, but it is hard because you're playing with some of the best players in the world. But yeah, it's going to be interesting progressing along from D-Class and upwards, but I'll be doing a little series on that hopefully. Anyway guys, that's the end of my video. Thank you very much for watching. I hope that gives you a bit of an insight. Please do remember to comment, rate and subscribe, and I shall see you all in the next video. Bye bye.